Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Disciple Town. Today is Sabbath, July 4th. Happy Independence Day for those of you joining from the United States. My name is Ryan, and I'm really happy that you've chosen to spend time with me today talking about a very special story in the Bible about a young boy about your age named Samuel who heard a very special message from God. Today's Disciple Town is best experienced as a family. So why don't you take this moment right now, go get your mom, your dad, or other special adult and say, hey, come join me for Disciple Town. I'll wait right here. This month's lesson is called I'm Listening, and we're going to be talking about how important it is to use this ear and this ear to listen to the things that are happening around you. Listening to your parents, listening to the traffic outside, listening to what the weather's going to be today, and especially listening to God. Our memory verse is from 1 Samuel 3:9, and it says, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Let's say that together. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Now, I want to hear you say it all by yourself. Great, and one more time together. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. 1 Samuel 3:9. And for the rest of our time today, I have a little song that will help us know our memory verse. It goes like this. You can do it along with me, along with emotions. It goes, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Let's do that one more time. "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Now I want to hear you do it. Let's sing it together one more time. "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Today's memory verse from 1 Samuel 3:9 comes from a very special book, the Bible. There are so many great stories in the Bible for us to read, for us to think about, and for us to remember. Great lessons for us to learn. Let's sing our Bible song together. Say, "Bible, Bible, Jesus talks to me. Take a look in the book. Jesus talks to me. Bible, Bible, Jesus talks to me. Take a look in the book. Jesus talks to me." In our story today, we'll hear all about a little boy named Samuel who has a very, very special thing happen to him. God talks directly to him. You know, God doesn't talk directly to us very often, but we have a chance where we can talk to Him directly anytime that we want, and it's when we pray. What are the 3 things that we do, boys and girls, to get ready to pray? I know you know these. The first one is, yes, we fold our hands. Let's sing our song. Say, "When it's time to pray, I fold my hands, fold my hands, fold my hands. When it's time to pray, I fold my hands, and then I talk to Jesus." What's the second thing we do to get ready to pray? That's right, we bend our knees. So we can get right down on our knees, and we can sing our song. Say, "When it's time to pray, I bend my knees, bend my knees, bend my knees. When it's time to pray, I bend my knees, and then I talk to Jesus." And the third thing that we do to get ready to pray, yep, you got it, we close our eyes. So you can close your eyes with me and sing our song. "When it's time to pray, I close my eyes, close my eyes, close my eyes. When it's time to pray, I close my eyes, and then I talk to Jesus." So let's fold our hands, let's bend our knees, and let's close our eyes, and let's talk to Jesus. Dear God, thank you so much for creating us and for keeping us safe. Help us, dear Jesus, to always be listening. To listen to you, to listen to our parents, and to listen to the good advice around us on how we can be great servants for you. Help us to always pay attention. These things we ask. Amen. Today's lesson is about a little boy named Samuel. And Samuel was a special gift to his mom and dad. And they were so happy that they got to have a little boy of their very own that they promised that when Samuel came around, they were going to dedicate him to service. And so Samuel got to go live at the church with the priest named Eli. And he had his own little room where he got to sleep. And that's where our story is going to take place today, is in Samuel's bedroom. I thought we could make a little pretend bedroom today so that when you're listening to the story, you can be pretending that you're Samuel at night listening to hear God's voice. Why don't we make a little bedroom together? So Samuel probably slept in something kind of like a tent. So all you need are 2 chairs, some towels, and your favorite pillow from your bed. The first thing we can do is we can make the roof. You can just take a towel, drape it on over the chairs. You can use some chip clips if your chairs are slippery. Mine are not, which is good. And then, like I said, I have the other towel here. You can make your little mattress that Samuel was on. Just lay that right out. Perfect. And then grab your favorite towel, or grab your favorite pillow off your bed. And then just one more towel for your blanket. And there you have it. You can just cozy right up in your pretend bed, just like Samuel would have had, and listen to our story. Our Bible story today is called I'm Listening. One day, the young boy named Samuel was brought to the temple to live with priest Eli. Samuel had lots of work that he needed to do around the temple to help Eli out. And Samuel was Eli's special helper. And Eli loved having young Samuel around. He made him very, very happy. There were lots of responsibilities around the temple. Keeping the temple clean, helping Eli with his everyday chores. Oh my, young Samuel was a busy, busy guy, and he loved to help out. One night at bedtime, it was Samuel's time to sleep. So he got into his bed and he fell fast asleep. The house was quiet, but then, all of a sudden, something woke Samuel up in the middle of the night. Samuel heard a voice whispering to him, "Samuel, Samuel, Samuel." Samuel thought it was priest Eli who needed some help. So Samuel got up out of bed and he went over into priest Eli's room and said, "Eli, what do you need? I heard you calling for me." Eli said, "I didn't call for you. I was sleeping. Go back to bed, Samuel. I'll see you in the morning." Samuel said, "Okay," and he went back to sleep. A little bit later, Samuel heard the voice again, this time a little bit louder. "Samuel, Samuel, Samuel." So Samuel got up. He thought it was Eli calling for him again. And he went into Eli's room and said, "Eli, what do you need? I heard you calling." Eli woke up again and said, "Samuel, it wasn't me. I was sleeping. Go back to bed. I don't need anything right now." So back to bed Samuel went. Samuel went back to sleep. And for a third time, this time in a very loud voice, Samuel heard something. He heard, "Samuel! Samuel! Samuel!" And so up Samuel got, and he ran over to priest Eli and said, "Eli, I heard you calling. What do you need?" Eli said, "Samuel, this is the third time. You've woken me up. I didn't call you." If you hear that voice one more time, you say this. You say, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." It must be God talking to you. Samuel said, "Okay, good night." The final time Samuel heard the voice, and woke him up out of his sleep. The voice said, "Samuel! Samuel!" And so Samuel woke up out of bed and he said, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." And do you know what, boys and girls? God had a message for Samuel. The message was for Eli. And the next day, Samuel talked to priest Eli and told him exactly what God had said. It made Eli a little bit worried because it wasn't necessarily something Eli wanted to hear, but Eli knew the message was from God. Boys and girls, in our story today, we're told that when Samuel heard God's voice, he jumped up out of bed and he ran into priest Eli's room to ask him, "What do you need?" But it ended up, it wasn't priest Eli talking at all. It was God talking directly to Samuel. So for our craft today, I thought we could make a running Samuel. We can sing our memory verse song together. It goes, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." So let's draw Samuel together and then I'll show you how we can make him run just like he did in the story. So we can start out here with good old Samuel. We'll just draw his face. Draw his head and some arms. And then draw his feet. Pretty simple drawing there, right? And all you have to do is we'll cut him out. And you can decorate up Samuel's clothes however you like. Maybe he's wearing the same clothes that you're wearing today. Or maybe you could color his clothes to look like what you might think a little boy in the Bible's clothes might look like. Or, since we know this story took place at night, maybe you can even draw a picture of Samuel here wearing your favorite pajamas. You can color him however you want, and then you can cut him out, or you can ask your special adult for some help cutting out. Great, so there's our Samuel. Now what you can do is just a quick little fold here on the feet, and then we can cut out 2 half circles when it's folded, and that's going to make 2 whole circles because we folded it. And there you go. So we can picture, here's Samuel. You can put your fingers right through those holes, and now it's like they're Samuel's feet. And there's Samuel's feet. He's gonna run in. So let's sing our memory verse song. It says, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." We know that when Samuel was woken up in the middle of the night hearing, "Samuel, Samuel," he jumped up out of his bed and he ran into priest Eli's room. And he said, "Eli, Eli, what's going on?" So you can make your little Samuel run around out of bed just like Samuel did in the story. When you are playing, do you ever hear your dad or your mom or another special adult calling your name? What should you do when they call your name? Why, you should go running to them and say, "Hey, what do you need?" I have some examples from the animal world of grown-ups and their babies, and when the grown-up calls their name, the babies come running. So we can sing our song together. The first one is all about a mother cat. Like this. The song goes, "When a mother cat says meow, who comes running, who comes running? When a mother cat says meow, little baby kittens come running." What's this, boys and girls? It's a fish. What sound does a fish make? We can say blub, 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 like the fish is in the water. Blub, blub, blub. So we can say, "When a daddy fish says blub, who comes running, who comes running? When a daddy fish says blub, little baby fish come running." And if I think about some birds, what about this? It's an owl. That's right. So we can sing about when the Uncle Owl comes calling. Say, "When an Uncle Owl says, who comes running, who comes running? When an Uncle Owl says, who, little baby owlets come running." Or maybe they come flying. We'll have some more of those next week, but in the meantime, we can ask ourselves the question, what does the fox say? Thanks so much for tuning in to Discipletown today, boys and girls. Let's sing our memory verse song one more time. Say, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. I'm so glad that you chose to tune in today and hear all about the boy Samuel and how God had a special message for him. We'll see you next week. Let's sing our goodbye song. Say, our Sabbath school is over and we are going now. Goodbye, goodbye, be always kind and true. Goodbye, goodbye, be always kind and true. See you next week.